Today, Egypt's ancient influences merge with modern tastes.
We are reviving old recipes that kind of disappearing right now.
To create a dynamic, vibrant and constantly evolving food scene.
Yep, let's go.
Travel down the Nile for a real taste of Egypt.
You really are engaged with the food, with the smell, with the taste.
And meet the people, putting the country's cuisine on the map. Our culinary journey began with Alexandria's Mediterranean flavours. But at the opposite end of the Nile, near a city called Aswan, visitors get the distinctive taste of Africa, thanks to a Cairo-based entrepreneur with a big idea.
We are reviving old recipes that kind of disappearing right now. In 3 months, we got so famous with the flavor of the food, and people start saying in Aswan, if you want a real Nubian food, go to Solaih.
Solaih is a restaurant on Biga Island in Upper Egypt. Biga had been inhabited for thousands of years, but was abandoned in the 1960s because of construction on the Aswan High Dam. Back then, it was home to a Nubian community, descendants of one of Africa's oldest civilizations. Now Ahmed Yahye is teaming up with those former residents to help them return.
Our mission is to bring the island back to life, reviving it by calling the ancient people's legacy and to put it in action.
2 years ago, Ahmed opened Nubia, an environmentally friendly hotel that's also home to Solaih. From furnishings to fabric, Ahmed says every detail follows Nubian tradition, down to the way rooms are built.
The Nubians build with the material available around them, which is rocks and mud. Everything is matching the nature and their nature is not an easy one.
Ahmed's past work as a tour operator convinced him that travelers will be eager to experience this rustic way of life with cuisine at its core. So he approached the community with an idea. Ahmed would renovate and rent old homes to tourists.
Taha himself was born here, inside one of the rooms.
While employing former residents, who would provide an authentic Nubian atmosphere in exchange, first and foremost, through food.
When we start doing the menu for the restaurant, I asked the chef, please remember what your grandmother used to cook for you, and this is what we will serve. And he said, what? No way. People wouldn't appreciate this food. I said, let's try.
The team started small with a handful of recipes, including the quintessential Nubian meal that the restaurant is named after, Solaih. A Solaih is also the name of this handmade clay pot, which is filled with meat or vegetables, sealed with bread and cooked over a fire for several hours.
Their pottery is not glazed. They use the mud as is. It's a mud. But the problem is, if I'm cooking something in that pot, it will get the smell of the thing. That's why we have Solaih, meat Solaih, chicken Solaih, fish Solaih, vegetable Solaih, but each Solaih needs to stay the same thing all its life.
Everything was cooked in Solaihs in the past, and food tastes different in them. It is out of this world, not like food cooked in pots or pans.
Hafoud is Nubia's second chef, and to him the role is more than just a source of income.
I want to revive the Nubian kitchen and our heritage. This makes me very proud. It's my ancestors' food.
The Nubian kingdom coexisted alongside ancient Egyptians further south along the Nile, although Nubian kings did rule all of Egypt for about a century. Today, many of those who stayed in the Aswan region live on Hesa Island, where traditions remain strong.
One of their famous breads that nobody do with, except Nubians only, we call it kage. It's similar to Ethiopian bread because they share some lands, Ethiopians and Nubians, on the old time.
Most of Ahmed's 18-person staff also live on Haysa Island. They make the 10-minute boat journey to Biga each day, but plan on permanently returning in less than a decade.
We have a partnership deal with them that we are running the show for 10 years. We are building everything. We will collect the investment that we spent, and we will gain some profit too. After 10 years, we are giving everything back to the locals, to the owners of the island, and they are responsible to run the show at that time.
Last year, Ahmed says more than 30,000 visitors passed through Nubia. But like most businesses, he had to temporarily close the hotel this summer because of coronavirus. The break gave staff members a chance for extra quality family time, but also time to give Ahmed an unexpected gift.
We had the idea of farming our own food since the beginning, but we didn't have enough money to do the farm, and then the COVID came. So we shut down services, and then I received a call from Taha in end of April telling me, okay, Mr. Ahmed, by the way, the farm is ready. And that was a great surprise. It's not because of the farm, it's because I knew that these guys are really appreciative for what we did.
Nubia has already received proposals to franchise this Nubian restaurant, an idea Ahmed is considering if the staff are on board. One of the potential sites, Egypt's northern coast near Alexandria, where our culinary journey began, with men and women whose biggest passion is raising the profile of Egyptian cuisine.
It should be a foodie destination. Egyptian cuisine is very, very diverse. Our culture revolves very heavily around food, so food is a huge part of who we are as Egyptians.
As they write the next chapter of Egypt's food story, these restaurateurs take care with the country's past.
You need to know the in-depth, the culinary, the historical, the cultural background of certain foods, why they were made.
And perhaps the only thing more important to them than the food is inviting curious travelers to come give it a try.
We started with ourselves, for ourselves, but then we thought, we want to share our experience and share this produce and the experience with others. And that's what encouraged us to take the step forward.